What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. Today we have part 9 of the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise here on Madden 21, the connected franchise. And today we have the AFC Championship game with the Kansas City Chiefs, who are an NFL favorite, going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers, traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers, in fact, who are the 1 seed going into this game. We're going to go ahead and jump into the action, and we'll go ahead and give you guys a couple things to look for in this game. Coming off of the last game, the Pittsburgh Steelers come in with a 27-0 shutout of the Tennessee Titans in a rematch game that was played earlier in the season, and they ended up besting that team once again here in the playoffs. So the team is pretty hot, but with that being said, we're going to be looking to see what the Kansas City defense is looking to do to stop Pittsburgh's offense. Pittsburgh's offense has been very consistent, maybe the best offense in the league so far for us this year, and that's going to be one of the big things to watch out for in today's game. Is can Kansas City's offense, or rather defense, I should say, can Kansas City's defense do anything to stop this Pittsburgh Steelers offense, which, you know, has just absolutely been on fire all season long. So we're going to go ahead and watch some introductions here. You guys will get to see some of the highlight players, I guess you could say, or some of the superstars, and then we'll get into the action for you. I am going to commentate this video a little bit more so than I did the previous video. The previous one was just kind of a user versus user thing with guys in the party, so I apologize if you aren't a fan of that format, but this format today is going to be commentated for you guys with nobody else in the party. So hopefully you guys will get a good matchup here. Pittsburgh looking to travel to the Super Bowl. Ben Roethlisberger could potentially retire after this year. We know how Madden works. At 37 years old, going to be turning 38. There's chances that he could retire at the end of this season, regardless of a Super Bowl or not. So I think that the idea is to try to get him a Super Bowl while he has time left in Madden, and try to get him a championship and cement his legacy and send him off into the sunset. Now, I don't personally want him to retire necessarily. I would be okay with him coming back another season or even multiple seasons, but we have to be realistic and understand that Madden is potentially going to have him retire. So Kansas City is actually going to get the opening kickoff here in today's game, and let's get this action underway. I also apologize if for some reason the stream cuts out. It has been doing that from time to time, and I've had to split the games up into 2 separate streams. So Mahomes is going to walk out onto the field to check out his stats on the season. 4,259 passing yards on the season, 40 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. He has been absolutely phenomenal this season, and has been for his entire career for that matter. So we will look to see what this offense is going to do against this tough Pittsburgh defense. Again, the Pittsburgh defense, one of the best in the league at this point. So very, very good matchup here, and probably a legitimate potential NFL AFC Championship game that could happen depending on how these teams continue to play the rest of the season. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to get stuffed in the backfield on the first play, and early signs are looking good for this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, that's for sure. Going to bring a safety blitz here. We got Mahomes on the move, makes a nice throw, and Sammy Watkins, I believe that is, makes a secured catch, which brings up 3rd and 2. We're going to go ahead and switch to blitz another linebacker. We did not really have anybody covering Kelsey there. Kelsey going to get a nice gain up the sideline across the 50 to the 42-yard line, and Patrick Mahomes is 2-2 to start the day. 1 reception, 25 yards there. We got Mahomes. We are going to have Mahomes on the move today. He does like to roll out of the pocket, so that is something to watch as well. We're going to probably have to adapt to that and try to contain him in some way. Lots of guys blitzing on that play on that 2nd and 1. The Kansas City Chiefs attempt to get the first down by running it, and they are unsuccessful. They're going to lose 1 yard on the play with Devin Bush coming up to make that tackle. We are going to switch Devin Bush into an underneath zone. And Ulysses Gilbert is going to make the tackle, but Clyde Edwards-Hilaire does a nice job of reaching out for the first down there, able to get himself a first down and keep this drive rolling for the Kansas City Chiefs. J.J. Watt able to make the block shed. I was unable to make the tackle with him, though. I believe that is Gilbert, maybe, that came up and made the tackle. Yeah. We're going to go man coverage on this one. I'm going to press the corners. Hopefully we don't get beat over top. Slant. Nice catch there by... I didn't see his number. Tyreek Hill. We are not having a lot of success stopping Kansas City here early on. We were able to get him moving on that play. We almost had a sack there, but he's able to deliver the ball accurately there and gets them up within the 10-yard line. We are going to be playing tight defense here to try and prevent them from scoring a touchdown. And Edwards-Hilaire, I believe that was spinning off tackles and probably could have got himself into the end zone. I don't know what happened there, though, that prevented him from getting into the end zone. We're going to make sure we press the corner on the outside, and I'm going to put Gilbert also in man coverage. And a nice play by J.J. Watt to get into the backfield and stop Edwards-Hilaire. Edwards-Hilaire not finding a lot of room on the ground. As you guys know, the Kansas City Chiefs are a bit of a passing team, so they are going to be finding passing lanes, that's for sure. And obviously one of the things to look for. And Travis Kelce, uncovered, gets himself into the end zone for the first score of the game. And Kansas City's going to take a 7-0 lead early in the first quarter here. This is absolutely going to be one of the toughest matchups that we have faced so far this season. So certainly something worth considering. The Washington football team gave us a run for our money. We lost to the Eagles early in the season. The Eagles have since been eliminated from the playoffs. The NFC Championship game is Green Bay versus Carolina, if you guys didn't see that down at the bottom. Ben Roethlisberger coming into today's game with 4,200 passing yards, 49 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. So very much a similar season to what Patrick Mahomes is doing. An MVP candidate, actually just barely losing out on that MVP award to the likes of Miles Sanders and Christian McCaffrey, who were above him. Both had fantastic seasons as rushers and receivers. Nice blocking by the Pittsburgh O-line here early on. Anthony McFarland with his first rush is going to take it up for an 18-yard gain. Anthony McFarland's hot. They're going to give us the screen play, so we might try to capitalize on that and go for the screen play here. A lot of space out on the left side. We'll see what Anthony McFarland can do in the open space, and he's just going to duck out of bounds to be safe. Saw a couple defenders coming at him and took the yardage. Very quickly, Pittsburgh getting up over the 50-yard line and getting into Kansas City territory. This might be a slugfest here. This has potential to be one of the highest scoring games of the season so far. We'll see what happens. Great catch by Ebron. Ebron looking for a bit of a bounce-back game from the last performance. Against the Titans, we didn't need him to catch a lot of balls, but what I will say is that he did drop a few receptions that were kind of right in his hands. So certainly something to look out for here. We're going to go with a run because the defense is kind of giving us a bit of space. I'm going to go hurry up offense because I think we might be able to catch them off balance. And that should give us the first down, if I'm not mistaken. That does take us to 1st and goal. And we're going to look for something, maybe this ISO. I think this ISO might be able to get us some push up front, but that's going to end the first quarter. And the first quarter ends with a 7-0 lead for the Kansas City Chiefs. I want to switch this to the halfback lead dive to the right side. Oh, and a nice play by the D tackle there. Fantastic job to get into the backfield by Chris Jones. And I kind of want to pass the ball here. It'd be unfortunate if we can't get a score here and tie this ball game up. Probably going to be a holding penalty on the offense there as well. This Chiefs defense is tightening up in the red zone. Holding on Marquise Pouncey is going to set us back to a 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line. I believe Vance McDonald might be able to get open here, so we're going to put him on a streak. And he is in the back of the end zone, does a nice job of tapping the toes as he goes out of bounds. And Vance McDonald is going to potentially tie this game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We will have a booth review, however. 1, 2, definitely tap the toes. We'll see if it gives it to us. Madden kind of is a bit wonky sometimes. And they do give us the touchdown. We're going to kick the extra point. I'm going to wait for the lag spike to go away, and hopefully we can put this one through without a problem. And we do, right down the middle. Chris Boswell ties the game 7-7. Fantastic drives by both teams here on their opening drives. And we're looking for some defense here in this game. So far, neither defense has made too much of an impactful play. Pittsburgh limiting the run game, but Kansas City not really limiting much at all with that offensive drive. Travis Kelce, one of Patrick Mahomes' favorite targets, gets 6 yards. Patrick Mahomes 6 for 6 on the day. We're going to have to think about maybe making some adjustments to try to specifically cover Kelce. Nice pass breakup over there on the right side by, I believe that was Joe Hayden. We're going to go over Storm Brave with the audible. Got to get off that linebacker. And a nice attempt at batting the ball out by Edmonds, but you're not going to get that ball out of Kelce's hands. Kelce has that every single time. And very nice catch by Travis Kelce there. We're going to blitz TJ Watt here. Mahomes throws off his back foot, inaccurate this time to an open Kelce. Kelce was open yet again. And I'm thinking that the adjustment for us might be to spotlight, if I can, is probably going to be to spotlight Travis Kelce. Is what I'm feeling like. Because that's who they're liking to throw the ball to right now. That one might be a first down. Okay, so we're going to keep attempting to spot. Oh, and we're going to get, I thought we were going to get a sack there. Mahomes is able to actually pick up a yard. What a nice play by Mahomes on that one. We are again going to attempt to spotlight Travis Kelce. And we did not get the sack. I was able to get the block shed with Cam Hayward, unable to get the pressure in the backfield, and man, Mahomes is going to eat this defense up if they can't make an adjustment here and prevent the easy passes. Defense did a good job of getting a push there on the left side, but Edwards-Helaire makes a nice cutback, finds the open lane on the right side, and again keeps this drive moving. We're going to keep trying to bring pressure. I think that might be the way to be successful here. Edwards-Helaire not able to go anywhere. Kansas City is still committed to the run game, so I do have to give them some amount of props for that. The fact that they are at all even running the ball with how they've been limited so far is, you know, respectable. Sammy Watkins going to get the catch. Bad job of tackling by the Pittsburgh defense, and Sammy Watkins is going to get in there for a 41-yard touchdown and make this a one-score game, 14-7 with 4:25 left in the first half. Pittsburgh's defense, who has been solid all year, does not have an answer for Mahomes and his accuracy right now. Mahomes has been able to get rid of the ball every single time that somebody's been in the backfield. McFarland gonna take this one. Thought we might have had a bit of a lane there. Gets the ball up to the 30-yard line and gets tackled though. And Kansas City's coming out here in some very pass defensive type of formations. So we will continue to run the football if they're going to give that space to us. James Conner gets us close to a first down. This will be 3rd and 2 roughly. We're going to put Deontay Johnson on a slant. And he gets open. Is he able to split the defense? He is not, but he does a fantastic job of getting Pittsburgh up to the 37-yard line and into enemy territory. And they're going to keep giving me that space underneath, so I'm going to hand the ball off to McFarland yet again. Ideally, I think we'd like to run down as much clock as possible here and make this a zero deficit game going into the half. James Conner hasn't had a lot of room today. We could go with the screenplay here, but I'm looking for something that'll potentially get us a bit more yardage on 3rd down. I actually really like the idea of doing this and putting Juju on a slant. And a bad thrown ball by Ben Roethlisberger. And that is going to limit the Pittsburgh Steelers to a field goal on the 2nd drive. So Kansas City is going to retain their lead, and that is if Pittsburgh can even hit this field goal, which they're not going to, I don't believe. Boswell does barely squeak it in there with not much room to spare, and that's going to be a 14-10 lead for Kansas City here. With 1:50 left, they have a chance to go down and score yet again. Mahomes himself might be the answer to this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. With all the pressure that they've generated so far this season, they cannot get to Patrick Mahomes because of how quickly he releases the football. Solid tackling there by Pittsburgh. Kelsey's going to pick up another 5 yards roughly. And Pittsburgh is going to get a sack on what appears to have been a screenplay. J.J. Watt going to be a free rusher straight at the quarterback. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12. Pittsburgh's actually going to take a defensive timeout here because this is a good opportunity for Pittsburgh. And which play to call? That becomes the question. Turns out that Kansas City is going to run the football, and Pittsburgh's going to take a 2nd timeout with 1:24 left. They're looking to get the ball back and have an opportunity to potentially take a lead before the half. McFarland gets the ball to about the 40, which is pretty good field position if the Steelers are looking to score before half here. So good job by him. We're going to put McFarland on a streak here. And we got nobody open, so we're going to roll out and toss the ball away. Self-preservation on that one. Put McDonald on a streak here. McDonald gets the Steelers into enemy territory once again up to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh's in territory to at least score a field goal off of this drive, if not more. Claypool is open down the sidelines. He was waving his hands for Roethlisberger to find him and throw the ball to him, and does a fantastic job of making a back shoulder adjustment to go get Ben Roethlisberger's lead throw up the sideline. We're actually going to audible here to a halfback quick base and see if we can't punch it in with Anthony McFarland. We are unable to. We will take our timeout there. And I'm not sure what I want to call, but we're looking to find something maybe that'll spread out the defense a little bit. And I think that if we put Eric Ebron on a slant, that should be sufficient to get open. And it is. Eric Ebron does a nice job of catching that ball in the end zone. He was fairly open. And Pittsburgh is going to have their first lead of the game. 16-14 with the potential of a 3-point lead here. And man, I am mistiming this field goal meter pretty badly today, but we are up 17-14 with 29 seconds left in the first half. A fantastic game so far to this point. Both teams have had a lead, and Pittsburgh gets their first lead of the game here. Kicked out of the back of the end zone by Boswell. I'd imagine that Kansas City's going to come out here and try to run the football. But they are coming out in a 3 wide receiver set, so we have to respect. Oh, and they are going to spread the ball. That is for sure. Nice batted ball by Steven Nelson. The corners have been playing pretty well today, and to be fair, the defense has played pretty tight coverage. It's just been a matter of, players making combat catches over there for Kansas City. Travis Kelce grabs one more. Kansas City's going to take a timeout on 3rd down. And we're going to come out and cover 6 here. We are going to spotlight Tyreek Hill, because I feel like he's the most dangerous person on that play. And we're going to just take a safe angle. Nice catch by Tyreek Hill, and a great job by that team to make the right move and try to get the ball up over the 50-yard line. It's going to be dumped off to about the 40-yard line, and Edwards-Helaire will be tackled down. I'd imagine Kansas City's going to try for a long field goal here, and they are. And I think that's going to be good. That might have the leg. It did not have the leg. The accuracy was there. It's going to drop short and bounce off of the field goal post that holds up the field goal. Right off. It looked like it hit the Steelers thing, but maybe not. Very nice job there. And we don't have a timeout. It is telling us to go for a Hail Mary. I don't know that I like that idea. I think what I am going to do, and I can't audible, I was going to try to just dump it off to Anthony McFarland. We'll go ahead and just roll with Ben Roethlisberger. And I tried to slide, it did not let me. But that's going to take it to half with Pittsburgh leading 17-14. There will be no updates at halftime because there's nothing else to report on around the league. And Pittsburgh will get possession of the ball starting in the second half. So Pittsburgh is going to be looking to control possession and control the game from here on out. They have a lead and they're not looking to lose it. And they're going to be looking to at least come away with some amount of points on this drive. Big Ben's going to roll out here to start this half. We get a highlight of the nice catch by Chase Claypool down the sideline towards the end of the first half there. And we're not going to go with the quarterback draw, that's for sure. Just go with a pretty standard halfback dive up the middle. Hopefully Marquise Pouncey and David DeCastro can get a push on Chris Jones. James Conner did a nice job of breaking a tackle there. I thought he was going to break away because the safety was blocked, and he does not get away from the defense. Anthony McFarland catches the ball one more time, tries to get around the edge, and unable to. They are going to be blitzing us, so I think this is worth throwing the 4 verticals and seeing if somebody gets open or not. That's going to be open for Juju. Juju breaks a tackle and finally gets tackled down at the 35-yard line. Juju's name has not been called a lot in today's game. And Pittsburgh is going to be looking to lean on him as the game finishes out and progresses, because he is the one with the shortest hands, and that is who you want to get the ball to in critical situations. Anthony McFarland with another great run. 6 rushes, 46 yards so far today. Run the ball one more time here. James Conner gets eaten after he breaks past the offensive line. We are going to test the defense on this one because the safety on the right side has come down. So we're going to be looking for Juju. If I don't feel comfortable throwing it to Juju, we're going to dump it off. Yes, and the defense dropped back, so we're just going to dump that one off real quick. Considering running this one, we'll go with the pass. Oh, and they blitz, and they almost got a hand in the passing lane, but that's going to be Deontay Johnson with the catch. Ben Roethlisberger did a nice job of throwing the ball past the defender who had an outstretched arm ready to prevent the pass. Let's take one more look at that one, because that was a beautiful job by Ben to get it around this defender. He puts it just to the left of him, a little bit further to the left of him than I thought he did. And Deontay Johnson makes the nice easy grab and walks himself in for a touchdown. That's going to be Pittsburgh up 23-14, pending the extra point here as well. Boswell's going to put it up and give the Steelers a 2-possession lead, a 10-point lead overall, 24-14, and Kansas City's going to be looking to come out here fresh with a lot of time to rest there and potential time to go downfield and reduce this lead of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going to keep calling some coverages because we can't afford to let them burn us on a one-play touchdown. We are going to spotlight Travis Kelce on this play. Kelce is going to be moving, and we do a nice job of getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire off balance in the backfield. They have not had room to run the ball today, so that is one thing that I have to commend this defense on. We're going to actually flip the defense. And I thought we just encroached there, but apparently not. Oh, and I did a horrible job of breaking down and tackling there. Kelce made a nice juke move, though. I have to commend him on that. You know, not too often you see a big boy of his size making a beautiful move like that. Travis Kelce able to get them into Pittsburgh Steelers territory, so that's going to be a nice early play there. And Cam Hayward is just eating the center at this point. Cam Hayward is blowing him up. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 11 rushes on the day for 11 total yards. A nice hit stick by Terrell Edmonds. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire with 7 yards on the play. We're going to rush with Bud Dupree on this one. You know, the Kansas City O-line is not something to sneeze at. I mean, they have guys here that can prevent this D-line from actually getting to the quarterback, and the mild amount of pressure that the Steelers have actually gotten on the Chiefs this game is probably about all you can expect, to be honest with you. So, nice job there by the defense once again stuffing the run. Travis Kelce open one more time over the middle, and I thought he got the first down on that one, but the ball must not have crossed the plane. They're going to call a 3rd and 1 on that situation. It's going to be a spread out defense. We're going to tell our defense to cover underneath and hope that that influences them. And Mahomes inexplicably throws the ball away when he had an open man. They'll probably get the first down on this 4th down since they're going for it, but I just wanted to say, oh, I guess maybe he wasn't open. I feel like he could have probably dumped that off, or he probably could have looked back instead of rolling out and throwing back to Kelsey. I guess nobody was open as much as I thought they were on that. So probably smart decision by Mahomes there, knowing that this is going to prevent a short yardage, or present a short yardage situation rather. And Edwards-Helaire is definitely going to get it there. He had to get inches, and he certainly got the inches that he needed. This is not conducive to zone or man coverage, so we switched out of the zone. They have not given up on the run game, and that is something that I have to commend a team that is losing. It is tough to keep running when you've been getting eaten up all day, but you have to do it to keep the defense honest, and Devin Bush does a nice job there of getting in and getting a direct pressure on Patrick Mahomes. We're going to highlight Travis Kelce. Hopefully that influences the defense to cover him. And a nice throw and adjustment by Mahomes. I think he faked out the entire defense there by running. And man, he just stopped at the line of scrimmage and released that thing for a beautiful throw and touchdown into the end zone. He's going to take this lead down to a 3-point lead for the Steelers. That's going to put the Steelers up 24-21. And Kansas City with a nice drive. Patrick Mahomes making all the plays today, and I can't say enough about how well he is playing and making these highlight plays for the Kansas City Chiefs. All it would take is one defensive play, one turnover or something for the Chiefs, and they are on top again. Pittsburgh has to maintain control of the football and prevent themselves from doing anything, as I would say, silly. We're going to roll to the fourth quarter here with Pittsburgh up by 3. 17 points in the second quarter by the Steelers, 7-7-7. One touchdown in each quarter for the Kansas City Chiefs. Pittsburgh was held scoreless in the first quarter, but that's just because they did not, if I remember correctly, we didn't have the time to actually score. James Conner going to make this a 3rd and short. I would really like to get James Conner involved even more in this game. On 3rd and 3, I'm not too comfortable with that. I'd rather kind of put my receivers out on the field because that seems to be what we do best. We're going to be looking for Claypool coming around. If not, Juju Smith-Schuster getting open down the sideline. I thought Juju was going to be open down the sideline, but I did not want to take that risk. It looked like the safety might drop back to help out. I probably could have had a touchdown there if I would have made that, if I would have waited, but I'm going to take the first down and play it safe and continue to try to eat clock. With that being said, I think it's time to turn on the chew clock mechanic. I didn't want to do that in the third quarter because that's kind of unrealistic, but we're in the fourth here. We're trying to salt this game away, and I think it's time to chew the clock. Anthony McFarland does a nice job of breaking essentially right up the middle through an open cap. We've ran quite a bit on this. Potentially a good opportunity to counter. We could counter against this blitz, but that might get us tackled in the backfield, so we're going to audible to a pass real quick. And just throw against the blitz real easy. Anthony McFarland broke a tackle, broke 2 guys' tackles actually. I thought he might be able to get away, but there were a lot of white jerseys there. And McFarland, we are leaning on him quite a bit. He has ran the ball a lot. Kansas City, for whatever reason, is coming out in a lot of sets like this that are giving us running lanes. So I'm going to take them if they're giving it to us. Taking a lot of time off the clock, and if Pittsburgh scores a touchdown here, you got to believe that this game is going to be hard to come back from. And what's the defense, or what's the... We could do a screenplay here. I like the idea of it, but we've gotten shut down. We haven't gotten shut down yet, which might mean we're due for it. We're going to send some guys a little bit deeper and attempt a grab that was probably a little bit unrealistic there. to expect anybody to try and catch that football. I'm going to review that one real quick on my own just to see, because I think a receiver might have been coming back to me. But I don't know what their... No, I mean, I could have maybe thrown it short to like one of these guys, but not a big deal there. We'll take the field goal and hopefully put this one through the uprights. Thinking that one's going to be good. Boswell has the leg for it, and he's going to give the Steelers a 6-point lead. So not safe yet. If the Kansas City Chiefs score a touchdown and eat too much clock, Pittsburgh could be in trouble here. 4:26 though, all timeouts left for the Steelers. They have to preserve those timeouts just in case Kansas City does score a touchdown. But the defense is looking to make a play. Defense, if they can come up with a stop or come up with a turnover, would be absolutely massive. Mahomes rolls out. I didn't want to say anything too soon, and I wasn't switching on to anybody because I didn't want to be the one to screw that up and let him go for like 90 yards. Bud Dupree's going to move in here to where he's supposed to be. Oh, and we almost got another sack on a screenplay on Mahomes. Unable to do so, though. He gets the ball off to Edwards-Helaire, and Edwards-Helaire makes a really nice gain. Nelson tries to get that ball out of there, but Tyreek Hill snatched that thing. There was no chance of that ball falling out. And I'm getting a little nervous here with how much time is rolling off this clock at the moment. And a good stop there by the Steelers defense, going to prevent them from getting the first down. That brings up 3rd and 1. I think it's time to take a chance here and probably blitz. And we do stop him in the backfield. Cam Hayward makes the play on his own. That should bring up this 2-minute warning, and I'm assuming that they're going to go for it here. And we're gonna be bringing heat. I mean, we have to. It's 4th and 5. I think our only chance here is to bring the heat, prevent them from getting a quick pass. We might need to make an adjustment just to make sure that somebody is actually covered. Yeah, perfect. Oh, and they're going to get the touchdown, but that's actually good for us. Tyreek Hill is open on the play. Justin Lane, not the best player to have covering Tyreek Hill. However, that gives us a minute 54 with all 3 timeouts to go down and simply kick a field goal. We're going to be looking for a touchdown, though, because I don't want to put this on Chris Boswell's leg. Yes, he has kicked every field goal up until this point, but no, I do not trust myself with Chris Boswell. So we're going to be looking to get a touchdown here if we can. A nice play by Kansas City. They knew we were going to be bringing the heat, and they just called the vertical with Tyreek Hill, and they sent it to the man who deserves the ball. We're going to actually take the halfback base on this one. Wow, that pass might be open. I have a feeling that this is going to be open even further, and if we could have gotten a juke off, we were unable to, but if we could have gotten a juke off there, that could have been a nice gain. Was a nice gain regardless. And we're just going to throw that one away. That's going to be intentional grounding, probably. Nope, it said we're out of the pocket. See what they're giving us. I like the idea of maybe doing a halfback screen here. I think there's a man on McFarland, though, so we're going to avoid doing that halfback screen. A nice catch by Juju. As I said, we're probably going to lean on him a little bit, especially on a drive like this. I'm going to go inside zone, and I need to take chew clock off. I don't mean to have that on right now at the moment. Might be worthwhile just to call a timeout now, just to make sure we get the whole chew clock thing situated. I'll put Juju on a vertical. He's going to catch it, and I thought he might have the opportunity to get into the end zone. He is not going to get into the end zone. Kansas City will take a timeout there because they know that their hopes are draining at this point. We just cannot turn this football over. Connor gets himself up to the 3-yard line, force Kansas City to take another timeout. What plays are they going to give us? Could go with the simple halfback dive. We could potentially pass it to Juju, but we're going to go with the halfback dive here. And Connor gets really close, guys. We're going to take our timeout now. Connor got really close on that one, ladies and gentlemen. I would really like it if they gave us something other than a run at this point, to be quite honest with you. Or even like a shotgun run. Chew clock. I mean, we're just not getting any good options here. Halfback lead dive is the play to go with. And we got to push with the O-line. James Conner is going to do it for us. James Conner puts us up 33-28 with 27 seconds left. The Kansas City Chiefs did preserve one timeout, however, for one last opportunity. We are going to go for 2 because that would put us up by 7. And Anthony McFarland is going to get the 2-point conversion. And praise Anthony McFarland for giving us that comfort. We know what Tyreek Hill can do, and with that being said, we're going to have to kick the ball out of bounds, probably, because I just screwed that kickoff meter up. That was a heck of a drive by the Steelers. Don't let them score a touchdown. 35-28, Kansas City has one opportunity left. We are putting the best players out there on the field. Coaching adjustments. Cornerback matchups by overall. Steven Nelson, you better be on Tyreek Hill. We're going to be calling cover 2 man. I'm just telling you now, cover 2 man across the board. Back the defense off. Mahomes is going to roll. Mahomes is going to roll. And we're going to tackle him out of bounds. That was a great job by Mahomes, getting a lot more yardage than I would have liked him to, though. 3-man up deep, I suppose. And my adjustment's going to be to put Devin Bush on a QB spy. I don't care what Edwards-Helaire does, to be quite honest with you. Can we get a pick? Guys, can you get a pick? No. Okay. They're going to keep chucking the ball up. 35-28. Pass over the top. QB spy. We are trying to get off these blocks. We are unable to at the moment. Please don't let him catch that football. 3 seconds left, guys. I'm honestly debating putting some pressure on here. He's going to heave-ho. He wasn't going to heave-ho it, and the Steelers are going to escape with a 35-28 victory in the AFC Championship game against the Kansas City Chiefs. What a game. Probably the best of the year so far of this franchise that I've showed you guys. What a game. That was an absolute thriller from start to end. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And comment down below with anything else that you guys would like to see on the channel. If you guys want to see more of this, make sure you guys let me know by showing that love. With that being said, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to get a screenshot for this video of the highlights. And we'll see you guys in the Super Bowl. That's going to be the next one. Hopefully you guys will meet me there. Have a good night.